Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Three Hammers. It's Luke here, back in the studio. Yeah, so some news out yesterday, bit late to it, a few other channels have already reacted to it, but I feel it's only right. So yeah, Jesse Lingard, has been taken out of the team. He was not picked for England. The news was leaked quite early, that there were rumours that he wasn't going to be in. But I waited to see, till it was official, because you never know. But yeah, so Jesse is out. It's a shame. I think he's had a fantastic season. I think he deserved it. I think he deserved the chance to go. We've seen him deliver at World Cups as well, where, he was one of England's best players in that World Cup campaign. And for West Ham, he's been amazing. Won Player of the Month, didn't he, as well, in April. Constantly voted in Player of the Month. A couple of his goals in Goal of the Month as well. Yeah, just been fantastic. Like I say, a big shame for Jesse. What does it mean for West Ham? Well, one thing it means that we can start discussions earlier. There's not the distraction of the Euros. We can now go in and, and start talking to Manchester United and say, look, how much do you want? Are we willing to pay it? And we'll see what happens. That deal could get done quicker or, get not done quicker, which leaves us to go and get someone like Matheus Pereira or whoever we've identified as a player that will come in if Jesse wasn't to come in, for example. It sort of softens the bargaining chip of both teams. Manchester United can't go, well, you're buying an England international now who's going to the Euros and who's had a fantastic Euros, because he ain't going to the Euros now, so he can't go and deliver a fantastic Euros. In West Ham's perspective, as Gio said, they can't say that he can't use that, oh, we got you back in the England team. David Moyes can't use that mantra now. So it's an interesting one. It's interesting to see where the dynamic's going to lie with this. There's loads of rumours about his 30 million. Listen, for a player that fits your team, 30 million is not a lot of money, but it is for a player who's only got 1 year left on his contract, and that's where my issue lies. It's not so much about is 30 million a good price for Jesse Lingard? It is a good price. It would be a good price, for the impact he's had. You can't deny that. So that's the Jesse Lingard stuff. Obviously, Declan Rice did get picked, which is fantastic. Fully deserved. He'd probably start as well. And I expect him to have a fantastic Euros, to be honest with you. I think he's going to be one of the top boys in there. And these England fans that have doubted him for a long time, like, why does Rice get picked? We'll see why Rice gets picked during this tournament. In other news, guys, David Moyes. Listen, it's all hypothetical. It's believed that he has signed the contract, okay, and that West Ham haven't announced it yet. Obviously, he's only got, I believe, to the end of this month or the end of July before it runs out. It creates a bit of nerves. It does, until it's officially announced, until it's on that website. It is a bit of nerves, and the fact that Ancelotti's left his job, Celtic are looking for a new manager. So you got Everton, Celtic. I'm not saying he would go to Palace, Wolves as well. There's going to be loads of movement manager-wise. Obviously Tottenham as well. We wouldn't go to Tottenham, but you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of manager movement to be done over the next few weeks. It's interesting. I hope he has signed. If he hasn't signed, I certainly hope he's using it as a bit of a bargaining tool. A tool in terms of, well, look, Dave, if you don't give me what I want, like you promised me, I'm not going to sell Declan Rice for 100 million, for less than 100 million. You've got to give me a certain amount of money because I've been successful and got you back into the Europa League this year. I'll go to Everton. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind if he's playing them games with David Sullivan, because it's in his right to do that. At the end of the day, David Sullivan bombed him off a couple of years ago. And, and the fans are more than behind David Moyes now. We've bought into him now. We know what he's about, and he should be allowed to progress that project. But the fact that those clubs are looking for managers does make me a bit nervy. Until it's official on that website, it does make me nervy. But like I say, I do believe he has signed, but it's just a case of as and when it does get announced. Not much other news, guys, I'll be honest with you. It's just the usual. I don't want to keep repeating over Sam Johnston, Dakar and Crowell and people like that. It's just the constant. The only other really news, I mentioned it about a week ago, is the Junior Firpo one from Barcelona. It's believed that it's between us and Southampton now. A price of around 14 million. A left back. Obviously, we need a left back. Cresswell had a great season, but you know he's the sort of player that you've got to be looking to get that next one ready. We know that Masuaku can't play there as a defensive left back. He's more of a left wing back, left winger. So it's definitely a position we need to be looking at. And it's nice, you know, that Moyes is sort of, you know, looking at those areas. Oh, we need to get a goalkeeper ready. We need to get a left back ready. So that's about it really, guys, in terms of news and stuff. And I've been saying I will do a live show this week. I am going to tomorrow. I promise. Thursday I will do it tomorrow. Today's my sister's birthday, so I'm very, very busy today. Yesterday I had my daughter by myself, so obviously I wasn't available. Monday was bank holiday. I was over in Malden. So yeah, tomorrow is a day that I've got free to do a live show, and we can have a little Q&A. You know, we can talk about the Euros, we can talk about all that. And me and Paul have promised we're going to do a podcast the weekend as well, where we look back at the season. Which will be really interesting. But any news that comes out, guys, we'll drop it here. We'll give our opinions on it. Until next time, guys, thank you for all the comments as always. Come on, you irons. Keep believing. Let's go.